Hello, my Do Something Great in November challenge taking friends. This is Avish Parashar from motivationalsmartass.com, and today is November 2nd, which means we're in the second day of the Do Something Great in November challenge. Now, if you're just watching this video and you haven't seen it, go to the blog motivationalsmartass.com and check out a post in there about titled the Do Something Great in November challenge, where I'm joining something called the National Novel Writing Month, where you have to write 50,000 words of a novel within 1 month. And what I did is I encouraged my readers to commit to their own Do Something Great in November. It doesn't have to be writing a novel. It could be something fitness or business or creative, whatever it is. And they could put it in the comments. So throughout this process, what I want to do is check in periodically with people. It'll probably be through video because since I'm spending a lot of time writing both for my blog and also for my novel, I think video is a nice way of breaking it up. So I apologize. I had meant to post this video yesterday at the end of day one, but by the end of the night, I was pretty tired and wanted to go to sleep, so I did it this morning. So this is day two, but I want to share thoughts from day one because I want to make sure things start right if you are participating in the challenge. And if you're not participating in the challenge or haven't yet, go to the blog, check out that post, and add your own comments. It's not too late to start. So let me share you a few thoughts with day one. Now, first off, did you start? Because it's so easy to let things slide, and really how you get started often dictates a lot of how the rest of the month is going to go for you. It's real easy to push that first day off, and I'll admit, my prep work for my challenge, which is writing a novel, I had wanted to do a whole bunch of pre-planning and outlining of character sheets, and come Sunday night, I had done maybe a third of what I'd wanted to do. And I thought to myself, I could take that first couple hours Monday morning on November 1st when I was just going to commit to writing, and I could spend that time planning. And then on either that evening or November 2nd, I could start writing. And that is a dangerous pattern a lot of people fall into, and that is this idea of getting ready to get ready. And we over-prepare. And, there are different areas. If you're building a bridge, obviously you don't start building that bridge till you have every last detail prepped and planned so the bridge doesn't collapse. But with most of the areas in life we're talking about, writing a novel, starting a fitness program, even launching a business, right? There are a few fundamentals you have to have in place. But so many times we get obsessed about every little detail's not in place, I don't want to start. So I committed, even though my plan wasn't done, my whole outline wasn't done yet for my novel, I said, I am going to write. And I'm happy to say that yesterday morning, I hit my goal of 2,500 words. I did it first thing in the morning. And, my outline's still not done, so I spent a little time yesterday outlining after I wrote my words. That's the thing. You can modify your plans, you can improve your plans, and you can finish your plans as you go. The key is to get started. And in fact, that brings up the second thing I want to share. It's quite possible on day one you'll have a lot of momentum. Like you wake up, you'll be excited. And that's what you expect to have happen. For me, though, that wasn't the case at all. In fact, I woke up yesterday morning, I set my alarm for a little bit earlier, and I just lay there in my bed. And I swear I didn't want to get out of bed. I was like, because what I felt was I felt a tremendous sense of overwhelm. Because the November challenge I set for myself is pretty big. Writing 50,000 words of a novel is not a small thing to do. And it's something I've had in my head for so long, for 20 plus years, no, my God, almost 30 years, that the thought of finally tackling this 30-year goal and doing it all in a month was overwhelming to me. And I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to start. I'm like, I could just put this off. So if you wake up and you're feeling resistance, even though you've built this whole thing up about doing this challenge, that's okay. That's natural. Now, how did I overcome that? Well, I did something that I got from a book called The Now Habit, and it's called Persistent Starting. And in fact, I put a little sheet up. Hopefully you can read this. This is a sheet I use to remind myself, 2,500 words a day, shut up and write. But the bottom line is practice persistent starting. And all that means is people who procrastinate or put things off, we tend to look at the size and scope of the project, and then it gets overwhelming, like, oh my God, 50,000 words. Or even looking at what I need to do today is 2,500 words. Like, oh my God, that's so big. The thing is, when you shift your focus from how much I have to do or how will I finish to when can I get started? Now, I'm okay with starting in the morning, and if I only get 100 words done or 500, that's fine. I'll find time the rest of the day, but we keep starting. And in fact, what Neil Fiore, the author of The Now Habit, says is, even when you sit down for the very last day to work on a project, like when I sit down on November 30th and finish my 50,000 words, that also will involve starting. So if you take the focus off of trying to finish something and switch the focus onto just when can I start, it really does make a big difference. It does for me, and hopefully that will help you as well. Um, and since this is day 2, I want to share with you that I did again today continue on. I got my second day done. Today did not go as smoothly as yesterday. Yesterday morning the words just kind of flowed. Today it took me a little longer, but I stuck to it. And so I'm now at over 5,000 words, which is good because my goal is 2,500 words a day. I hope you have progressed your goal and started. And even if you're not hitting your benchmarks, I know it's only day 2, but and it's quite possible you're not hitting your benchmarks out of the gate. Maybe you need to scale back. But the most important thing is that you keep progressing, keep taking action, and persistently start, because I think that's what's going to get you through this month, and that's one of the primary habits you should be building for the Do Something Great November Challenge. Build a habit of persistent starting so that even once the month is over and the challenge is gone and you've accomplished your goal or not, you'll have that habit where you just sit down, you don't get overwhelmed, you don't say, how am I ever going to finish? You just keep starting. So best of luck to you. What I'd like to do is in the comments section below under this video, or if you're watching this on YouTube, go to my blog, motivationalsmartass.com, and in the comments section, post your first day updates. How did you do on day 1 of your November challenge? Have you had challenges? Was it easy? Was it hard? Is your goal too big, too small? Anything you need feedback on, let's all support each other. And, read the comments of other people comment, post on their comments. So thank you. I'm going to check back in periodically. I'm not going to post every day necessarily with this, but I'll check in and do some posts periodically. And keep on going. And remember, this is your chance to do something great in November.